What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is your host that does the absolute most, spiritual intellectual 777 here once again, coming at you guys from the house of greatness. And in today's video we are going to talk about how to attune to your inner voice. So when we were children, we already knew what we wanted to do as clear as day, and our inner voice was loud and crystal clear. But as time went on, obviously, the programming of our family, religion, society, school, our peers, etc., has pretty much drowned out our inner voice. And we have allowed this to happen for years and years on end, to the point where our inner voice is pretty much fuzzy. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first step to attuning to your inner voice is taking time for stillness. And no, taking time for stillness does not just mean just sitting and closing your eyes and breathing in and out. It means you truly are quieting the chaos of your mind and you're tuning in to your inner wisdom. Now, this sounds deceptively easy, but that's because when you first do it the first few times, your mind is just gonna be blabbering off. You know, you're just gonna have all of this like noise and chaos going on inside of your mind. And that's gonna happen when you do it for the first few times. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to feel awkward when you first do it. But in due time, the more you consistently put in practice and effort and dedication into learning the art of being still, then it's going to get easier over time and it's going to feel like clockwork. So, you know, and also we make excuses as to why we can't do this, like, oh, I go to work every day, sitting around is boring, I just don't have the time, I got mouths to feed, I got a soccer game to go to, I got this to do and I got that to do. Yeah, that may be true, but at the same time, if you would make it into a priority to do it like you do with playing video games and eating and whatnot, then it's going to yield positive results for you the more you make it a priority to sit still. All right, so moving on to the next point. The second point that I want to discuss with you guys today is taking time for self-reflection. And you can do this by either journaling or talking to yourself or doing both. And when you reflect on all the decisions that you made in your life, you'll realize how they have led you to where you are today. And you can do this by making a T-chart, on writing on the left side decisions you made off of intuition, and on the right side decisions you made off of the expectations of what other people wanted for you. And if it turns out that the list on the right side is longer than the intuition side, then you need to explore the reason why. You need to delve as deep as you can into the earliest memories that you can find where this mindset has come from, because the list on the right side is a survival mechanism, because you don't want to rock the boat and you don't want to make anybody angry. And so you adopt this people-pleasing mentality to where you feel like you have to do what's expected of you just so, you know, you won't lose the love and approval of your caregivers. And so I'm gonna give you a personal story that I've been reflecting on today myself, which is going to college despite me not wanting to. You know what I'm saying? Originally, I did want to go. I did like make plans to go to college, but as I found my love for filmmaking and acting, I realized that, you know, I didn't really need college. You know what I'm saying? And I even told my mom, like, look, Ma, I just want to pursue this fully. She was like, nah, son, you going to college. And because, you know, I was still in that people-pleasing mindset at that time, I didn't want to fight back and I didn't want to rock the boat. And I didn't want my family members breathing down my neck saying, like, boy, aren't you gonna do something with your life other than just doing this? And so I just took the path of least resistance and just went to college anyway, you know, not because of my own decision, but because of fear. But the thing is, though, I still made the decision myself. So even though they have influenced me, I still had the choice to not go. But the fact that I made that choice said a lot about me not respecting my inner voice. And because I didn't respect my inner voice, I'm in a pickle that I am now with the whole financial aid situation. I owe about like $3,000 even after I gotten all of my aid. And so I was just reflecting on that today, and I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna just take this as a huge lesson in listening to my inner voice instead of, you know, doing stuff just to please other people. You know, I got myself in this pickle, and with the help of me and my girls' guides and soul team, we gonna get out this goddamn pickle. Like I'm determined. I'm determined to get out this goddamn pickle, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of lessons, you know, there's a lesson in the decisions that you have made. And oftentimes the lessons are very painful, because that's oftentimes when we learn the lessons the most, is when it's really, really painful, so we know not to do it again. And we're motivated to change by two things: by pain and pleasure. And so with that being said, always seek the lesson in every decision that you made in the past and make sure that you don't make it again. And also, before I move on to the next point, I also want to discuss with you while I'm on this, is to then, once you discover those subconscious blocks, you then, you know, set an intention with your spirit guides and your angels to release those subconscious blocks. And then from there on out, you just commit to making decisions that are based off of your intuition and not on fear and the expectations of what other people want you to do. All right, so on to the next points. All right, so the third point that I want to discuss with you guys today is to make it a priority. Guys, despite all of the excuses that you have been making up to this point, it all just comes down to this very truth. You have to make it a priority. Like you make it a priority to take a shower, to sleep, to eat, to watch your favorite TV show, to go to work every day, to take care of your kids, to do extracurricular activities, to hang out with your friends, and anything else that you love to do or like to do in your spare time. You are going to have to make time for tuning into your inner voice if you actually want to get good at it. Because there's a saying that goes is that you get what you work for, or you get out what you put in. So if you put in very minimal effort into discovering or rediscovering your inner voice, then you're gonna get crappy results. But if you put in an extraordinary amount of effort into doing so, then you're going to get extraordinary results. And you know, you're not gonna be able to tune into it like you say you want to, because you simply have not put a great amount of effort into doing so. You could begin to commit or make it a priority by looking at yourself in a mirror and saying, I commit to understanding you and loving you unconditionally and listening to you to the best of my ability. And then from there on out, you just got to do the work, because there's a saying that goes that actions speak louder than words. Because if you say this stuff to yourself in the mirror and then your actions don't back it up, then that means you don't really take it all that serious, and that, you know, it doesn't really matter to you. So all in all, you have to put in a great amount of effort and dedication into rediscovering your inner voice so that you can get in alignment with who you really are. All right, on to the next point. All right, so the fourth point that I want to discuss with you guys today is that it's not going to happen overnight, guys. You have been going through a lifetime of programming, and you can't just all of a sudden reverse that in one day. You're going to feel awkward at first doing it, like I said in the last point, but through practice and through dedication and through effort and through also laughing at yourself when you make mistakes, because you're going to make mistakes along the way, because you're just now learning this. You know, it's just like learning how to walk. You know, you just have to learn to laugh at yourself and to not take yourself too seriously while you're doing the inner work to attune to your inner voice, because this is a process, this is a journey. And know that when you go throughout this journey, you're going to explore many magical aspects of yourself that has been previously suppressed and hidden from you, because you have been programmed by the adults around you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in this process right now as we speak, you know, and I realize that this huge town moment that I'm going through with this whole like financial aid situation that I'm going through. And by the way, if you guys have any suggestions on any other ways I can pay it off besides like scholarships and loans and whatnot, because, you know, I've applied for some more loans today, private loans, and I've gotten denied a total of 3 times today. So if you guys have any suggestions, if you want to go ahead and start like donating to the channel and whatnot, the link to that is in the description below for you guys to go do so. You can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and go get your merch. Also, if you support the 8 Mil Productions brand, that's appreciated as well, because I'm in a huge pickle that I did get myself into. I do proudly admit that. And I've been learning on my own journey journey to forgive myself for the decisions I have made instead of listening to my own intuition. And so, you know, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I still am, but I'm just learning that this is a part of the process, and that I'm just going to continue to forgive myself and whatnot, because beating myself up continuously is not going to help. I tried that, you tried that, and we all know that that don't work. All right, so moving on to the next point. All right, guys, so the very last point in this video is listen to your inner child, and actually take the time to listen and do not talk over it, guys. And after years and decades of not listening to your inner child, you can't expect it to just spring up into action and be happy with you after you've ignored it for all these years. You know, it's going to be very mad and upset with you because you chose to put it by the wayside after not listening to it for so long, and after it's been trying to help you, you know, get to the abundance and happiness that you seek. So just know that it's going to take time to rebuild this trust between your inner voice / inner child. That's why I said earlier in the video is that you have to actually make this into a priority in order for this to truly work, and you got to be consistent. And so each time that you put in an amazing amount of effort towards strengthening your relationship with your inner child / intuition / inner voice, the voice is going to become louder and clearer again, like it once was when you were a little child. And so just know that, like any other relationship, it is going to take that time to build that trust up and to have a healthy, thriving relationship with yourself. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching yet another video on the YouTube channel. And if you're brand spanking new to the channel, I would like to first and foremost say I welcome you with open arms, and that I love you, and I hope you've gained a lot of value today. And if you did, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button. And once you do, make sure to click that bell right next to it, and make sure you turn it from personalized to all, so that you get notified on all videos that I upload on this channel. And I upload videos every single Friday. That's my normal upload day and / schedule. So on Fridays, make sure you be on the lookout for when I release new videos on this channel, and you do that by clicking that bell icon. And if you guys are major supporters of the 8 Mil Productions brand, make sure to go ahead and support our store by go ahead and clicking the link in the description below and copying you some merch. Make sure to smash the hell out of that like button, and make sure to comment down below what was the most painful lesson you had to learn when you made a decision based off of the expectations of others. And also, last but not least, make sure to go ahead and share this on any and all of your social media platforms, and share with your friends and family who you think might need to see this video, because trust me, somebody needs to see this and they need some encouragement. But anyways, with that being said, I am going to wrap up this video and just say thank you for spending your time listening to me talk and trusting me with your time, and you had my utmost gratitude. All right, peace in and out with the highest vibes, and I'll catch you guys next Friday.